Welcome to the Middle Way Urban Monastery. Our mission is to provide space for those seeking hope, comfort, and peace as they explore ways of experiencing God's love. Our focus is Christian spirituality, but all are welcome here. Middle Way Urban Monastery is currently a digital monastery that offers the monastic tradition of praying the hours. We offer book groups and digital retreats. You can visit the website to sign up for the newsletter. My name is Ania Elbert. I am a spiritual director. Spiritual directors are also called spiritual companions. For those new to spiritual direction, if you are interested in finding a spiritual director or would like to learn more about spiritual direction, please visit our website or send a message. We are happy to help answer questions. Beginning in October, the Friday Finger Labyrinth will move to once a month. It will be offered on the first Friday of every month. For today's Labyrinth meditation, you may download a paper labyrinth to use, or I invite you to meditate using the labyrinth that will be on the screen. Are you new to the Labyrinth? We are happy to answer your questions. Please post them here or send a message. In a few moments, we will pause for a moment of silence. During that time, you may move your finger to the labyrinth entrance, or you may move your gaze to the entrance of the labyrinth that will be on your screen. We'll begin now. I dedicate my labyrinth walk today to the pilgrims, those who wander and in their wandering experience the sacred and holy places. May you feel called to wander through the labyrinth and experience a holy place until you are able to wander again freely and safely. Today's meditation is a story of crossing realms and a holy rebirth. Come along with me today, pilgrim. I hated my birthday. Even when I forced myself to celebrate, there was always a shadow over that day. You see, I was adopted as an infant. I've carried with me a little wound inside for my whole life. Recently, I accepted an invitation to be a pilgrim and to travel to the Isle of Iona on my birthday. I had no idea what to expect, but I decided this type of coincidence you don't pass up. The 12-hour day of travel from Edinburgh to Iona was filled with stories and laughter, silence and sleep, cows and sheep, trains, buses and ferries, rain and running, walking and tears, darkness and the unknown, waves and courage, and finally, pancakes and joy. The final leg of the pilgrimage was a ferry ride across a turbulent sea. After the ferry docked at Iona, I stood on the deck of the ferry watching the waves break between the ferry and the land. I had to leap from the ferry across the rushing sea to the land while holding a small suitcase. What if I fell? I was tired. I couldn't do it. I froze in fear. But then I heard the voices of the pilgrims who traveled before and felt their presence. They were the midwives cheering me on and ready to catch me as I leapt across the rushing sea. Would fear stop me from this new adventure? With a deep breath, I took a running start and leapt. Would my foot land safely on the ground? I didn't know, but in that moment, I felt like an elegant ballerina leaping through the air. As my foot touched the ground, the holy ground of Iona, my body cried, "I'm home." And then the voices of the midwives celebrated and said, "Welcome, welcome, welcome, pilgrim." That experience was a holy rebirth for me. At the end of labor, when the infant is weary, the chanting of the women across the centuries sing to the infant inside the womb an ancient song, a song of encouragement. You can do this. And then, after the final push in water and blood, a new life begins. Then, with a loud cry, the infant says, "I'm home." And then the voices cheering say, "Welcome, welcome, welcome, pilgrim." The veil was lifted that day for me, and the wound was healed. Today, I invite you to wonder, what wound do you carry that's ready to be healed? Where is home for you? Where is your thin place? Today's final reading comes from John O'Donohue's book, "To Bless the Space Between Us." This is a blessing for courage. When the light around you lessens and your thoughts darken until your body feels fear turn cold as a stone inside, when you find yourself bereft of any belief in yourself and all you unknowingly leaned on has fallen, when one voice commands your whole heart and it is a raven dark, steady yourself and see that it is your own thinking that darkens your world. Search and you will find a diamond thought of light. You know that you are not alone and that this darkness has purpose. Gradually, it will school your eyes to find the one gift your life requires hidden within the night corner. Invoke the learning of every suffering you have suffered. Close your eyes, gather all the kindling about your heart to create one spark. That is all you need to nourish the flame that will cleanse the dark of its weight of festered fear. A new confidence will come alive to urge you towards higher ground where your imagination will learn to engage difficulty as its most rewarding threshold. As you return to the entrance of the labyrinth, I invite you to offer a prayer of humble gratitude. How do you feel? Do you feel a bit more centered, more grounded? If you're not ready to return to the busyness of life, then take a few more moments. Practice perhaps a breath prayer. Thank you for joining me today. We will return on the first Friday of November with a new meditation. Until then, be well, and may you take with you a little peace as you re-enter your day.